Hello, you're watching Daily News on Allnews Nigeria. I am Okoyemi Olugbemi. Here are the headlines for today. Atiku leads protest against INEC. Governor WIKE mocks Atiku over protest. CBN silent on old notes recirculation. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. Days after announcing his decision to challenge outcome of the February 25 elections, presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, on Monday led stalwarts and members of the party in a protest march to headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Abuja. Clad in black attires, Atiku and party leaders reiterated their earlier rejection of the results.
We do not accept the charade of what has been presented to Nigerian people as an election in which somebody was declared, and therefore we call on INEC not only to cancel the election, but do the needful and conduct a very credible election that will be respected not only by Nigerians, but the whole international community.
We are here today to tell the world that we are aggrieved by that, because the candidate of our party, the People's Democratic Party, he represents millions of Nigerians who wish for a better governance, who pray for a nation where equal opportunities will be open to everyone, a nation where the people will be happy to enjoy governance through restructuring. All of the things that we sold in our campaign, they believed it, they accepted it, they assimilated it, and they came out en masse and in millions to vote,
saying the election was marred with infractions and they would challenge in court. However, reacting to the protest, the president-elect Bola Tinubu called on Atiku to retire from politics and go take a rest in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. Tinubu noted that at 77 in November, Atiku does not have age on his side again, opining that Atiku has participated in his last election and hopefully he has learned worthy lessons never to place his selfish interests above party and established principles in his party and the polity. Tinubu, who spoke through his aide on media and publicity, Bayo Ononuga, expressed surprise that Atiku embarked on the protest march after promising to seek redress in court. Similarly, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has attributed Atiku's failure to win the presidential election to the consequences of ignoring warnings of the G5 governors. He said this on Monday while inaugurating the Chokocho Igbodo Road in Eche Council of the state. Wike added that it was too early in the day for people to begin to forget that the eventual fate that befell PDP was avoidable if the national leadership of the party had heeded the several appeals and demands on them to adopt the principle of equity, fairness, and justice as they approached the election. Wike explained that there was no time he has ever criticized either the Labour Party's presidential candidates, Peter Obi, or Tinubu during the campaigns.
I remain to the challenge. I owe nobody any apologies at all. I'm one of the apostles and one of those who stood firm that power must rotate. I said so. Each time I went out for campaign, nobody has had me criticize Obi. Have I ever done that? No. Nobody has had me criticize Aswadi. Have I ever done that? No. What I did, and I owe nobody any apologies. Vote for the Santa president, whoever you want to. But because you can hear me, I said to you clearly.
Wike said he rather campaigned unapologetically to true lovers of Nigeria to vote for a southern presidential candidate in the spirit of equity, fairness, and justice. He said it is now settled that the presidency is returning to the South after the North completes its 8 years. Meanwhile, Yoruba Self-Determination Coalition (YSDC) has sued for peace in the 2023 governorship and state assembly elections scheduled for Saturday, the 11th of March 2023. At a press conference held on the 4th of March 2023 in Lagos, the group, through its spokesman, Comrade Alex Omoteyinse, called on all security agencies to be impartial and discharge their duties as enshrined in the electoral law.
It is very, very germane that the security operatives should rise up to occasion, because from experience of the last general election of the National Assembly and Presidency, it is obvious that there are some elements who are ready to truncate this democracy through violence, where we see an individual or group of persons intimidating certain ethnicity that you cannot vote here. And it was being on social media, on a visual media, that even one of the harassment, there's a policeman that was assigned to that polling unit who stood and still appealing to the intimidator, appealing that we are sorry. So it shows that the police felt unconcerned about the security of the electorate who want to go out and exercise their civic responsibility, and they have been disenfranchised. So it is very important if they can do that, and the election went that way. That is why we said such a thing should not repeat itself in the March 11 election of the State Assembly and Governorship, so that the police should take it as a point of necessity to deploy more security and take every unholy act as an offense. Yes, it's not advisable that police should go to polling unit with weapons, but once any of the officers who are at the polling unit as an agent, as an security agency representative, should alert the command for a backup once they sense signal of such act. Because if action were taken in the last incident, we won't have reason of calling for this press conference.
The spokesman also called on INEC to be fair to all, urging political office seekers and electorates to be law-abiding and stop overeating the polity. Finally, on the news, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, is yet to publicly direct deposit money banks to recirculate old 500 naira and 1,000 naira notes. 4 days since the Supreme Court of Nigeria extended the legality of the notes until December 31, the CBN and President Muhammadu Buhari have not addressed the country. The silence has left many Nigerians questioning whether the Apex Bank will comply with the ruling or not. On social media, there have been calls for Godwin Emefiele, the CBN governor, to speak on the matter and address the continued scarcity of notes. Allnews Nigeria visited a GT Bank branch in Magodo Axis and noticed that the bank cashiers were issuing old notes, 500 naira, 1,000 naira, to customers. While some who were desperate for cash collected it, others who were wise enough rejected it. On February 4, 2023, the CBN tweeted about how Emefiele briefed the media in Lagos and said there will be no more extension of the deadline for old notes. Exactly 1 month after, the CBN has gone quiet on a ruling that extended the same deadline. It remains to be seen whether the nation will comply with the verdict in the coming days. And that's a wrap on today's news. To keep up with Allnews Nigeria, kindly follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Opeyemi Olubemi. Do have a lovely day.